Did you know that the horseman on the black horse had a dual role with the horseman on the white horse to take down a major empire of the Old Testament? I'll explain this next on West Clouds Rising. Welcome to West Clouds Rising, a site dedicated to biblical prophecy concerning the end of this age. I am Joel Michael, and today I'm going to talk about the horseman on the black horse. This horseman is known as the third rider, and we see in Revelation 6 he's described related to famine and the cost of food. And he's also described as having a pair of scales. Now, this horseman relates to societal strife. It relates to discord among the classes of peoples caused by things such as famine. Now, we can corroborate this through Matthew 24. And the third sign that Jesus gives us in Matthew 24 is kingdom will be against kingdom and ethnos against ethnos. Now, ethnos is a Greek word. It means peoples, cultures, races. And so when we hear about this, it's that we see people and cultures and races coming against each other. So why famine? Everybody thinks of the third horseman as primarily being famine, but this is a mechanism through which he creates the haves and the have-nots. And this creates societal strife and conflict between the classes of people. So that's the purpose. Famine is the mechanism, but the real purpose of the horseman on the third horse is to call this strife and discord in a society. So how does this relate to the taking down of Babylon? Well, we read in Zechariah 6 how the horseman on the white horse and the horseman on the black horse are sent to the north. This is interpreted to be Babylon, and they're successful in appeasing God's wrath in that area. So let's go back to Babylon now. In secular history, it tells us that Nabonidus was the king of Babylon. And if we go back a period of time, there was famine in the land. And for the last 10 years of the empire, we can read how food prices doubled during that time period. So we can see this is the horseman, the black horse, operating at this time. Now you can also read that this caused a lot of strife among the people, and that the people were basically in revolt by the time the Medo-Persians invaded. Now that wasn't the other factor, and this is also how the horseman on the white horse also had an impact, in that Nabonidus was seen as a bit of a heretic because he wanted to worship the moon god Sin, and Babylonians had typically worshipped Marduk. So the people thought of him as being a heretic. And they were in revolt because the food was expensive. There was famine. He was seen as a heretic to his people, and so they were basically in revolt. So by the time the Medo-Persians came in, the people looked at them almost as if they were saviors of the situation. They didn't fight back against that invasion. Now this can also be corroborated. The hand or the work of the horseman on the black horse can be corroborated through the handwriting on the wall. In my last video, I described how when Belshazzar drank from the temple vessels, how a hand immediately appeared and wrote 3 words on the wall. And Daniel interpreted these words to mean that the kingdom was coming to an end. The second statement ties into the horseman on the black horse. And that statement Daniel interpreted to be, "You have been weighed on the scales and found lacking." And this is a key hallmark of the horseman on the black horse. We read in Revelation 6 how this horseman, the third horseman, carries scales. So I think this is a key insight into the horseman on the black horse, how he operates and how we can see him operate in the future to cause things like famine, like we are in shortage, like we are seeing today, to cause strife among the classes and ultimately help bring a society down and be ready potentially for conquering. I hope this was insightful. If you want more information about the horseman or other topics, you may go to my blog site at www.westcloudsrising.com. Thank you for watching.